Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Alyssa, and this is Cleat Beat. Welcome back to our next episode of Cleat Beat, where I'm going to recap women's soccer news, and today we're going to talk about the NWSL opening weekend. It was full of goals, and let's kick it off. Orlando comes back and shows us that although they lost the Challenge Cup to the Washington Spirit in penalties, they were not going to be losing very much this season. They beat the Chicago Stars FC, that'll take some getting used to saying, 6-0. And the Stars, bless their hearts, because they tried, but they were missing Mal Swanson, who is out due to a personal reason. I hope you're all right, Mal. Totally want to respect her privacy, but it was a struggle out there for Chicago, losing 6-0 with goals from McCutcheon, Watt, Anderson, which was an own goal, Doyle, and then Banda with a hat trick. Chicago had a quiet offseason, so I'm not really sure. I think they only did about 3 signings. I don't know why they didn't get more players, but losing Mal for whatever personal stuff she's going through was definitely evident. And let's be honest, Alyssa Nair can't carry a team by herself. She's a goalie. She can only do so much. If there's no defense, 1v1, I mean, she's impressive, but she's not superhero, like a Superman. Superman goalie? Anyway, Sam Staub did return for Chicago, which is great. It was over 200 days since her injury. So welcome back, Sam Staub. But Chicago, let's regroup. And that might be a generous term for what needs to happen at Chicago. Challenge Cup champs, Washington Spirit, continue their winning streak, beating the Houston Dash 2-1. And I'll be honest, that anything that is not 6-0 looks pretty good. So, so far, the top 2 teams from last year are clinching their top names and looking to tell anyone in the league looking to step on their titles that it'll be tough to pull it from them. The Current go up against Portland on their own turf and win 3-1. Now, I will say my highlight for this game is Portland's Olivia Moultrie, whose goal really showed me that maybe Moultrie grew in the offseason. I don't know what she was up to, but her goal was pretty great. They were kicked off in scoring by Chemwa Chawinga, so, you know, I mean, what are you going to do when you're up against the, I think, MVP and top scorer in a single season from last year, beating Sam Kerr's personal record? Yeah, it's going to be tough if you're going up against the Current, and they didn't make it look easy either. I mean, sure, Olivia Moultrie squeezed that goal in with 2 defenders just crashing right in on her, but nothing's quite like seeing the rest of the Kansas City Current score, including Debinha, who has been overlooked for Brazil a couple times on their national team. I don't know what's up, but congrats Ellie Wheeler as well on your proposal and for winning the game. Seems like a pretty good deal if you're a Current fan. And let's see what Portland has coming. Maybe some off-season moves or some next trade window moves. I'm not really sure. Look, it looks like the top of the table from last season and the bottom of the table, it looks like it might be copy-paste. The rest of the weekend seemed to be full of draws. Utah drew 1-1 against Bay FC, and Racing Louisville drew 1-1 against the North Carolina Courage. And then the Rain were playing against Gotham in the rain. And no Lynn Biondolo due to a lower leg injury, which only makes me so sad, and me and Sam Mewis, I'm sure. But they did also get kind of a wild red card situation where it was given and then called back and then given again. But I mean, some of the other high kicks were looking pretty spicy, so it's really unclear. A lot of people complaining about the referees in this one, but most controversial for me is they debuted a 14-year-old, and listen, I know that the teens are going for them, and I know that they're fast, and I know they are ballers, but I really feel uncomfortable with children, like under 18s playing in the league. I don't think there should ever be a situation where professional adults and professional children are on the same pitch. I think that training with the team is great, but I mean, maybe this is on building academies, but I really feel uncomfortable with, 14? Come on. I mean, when I think about where I was at 14, I don't know. And also, to sub on in the first game of the season, I don't know. I have a lot of questions for coaches and what they think about these kids, these literal children playing. I don't know. It feels weird. I don't like it. And to close out the weekend with a 3:50 start time, which is so odd, Angel City versus the Wave draw. Again, it seems like the weekend of draws and ultimate crushings of souls. But there was a lot of rooming. The San Diego Wave looked really good in the opening half, with a great goal coming from new sign Gia, with an assist from Delphine. And naturally, let's be honest, the SoCal rivalry between San Diego and LA is always going to be a pushy, shovey, intense game. And this game was not any different. There was a lot of shoving and kicking and, I wouldn't say unsportsmanlike conduct, but definitely spice. There was definitely no sugar. San Diego scored within the first 5 minutes, but LA came back after the half with a great shot from Thompson, which felt sort of like the Wave watched it happen in slow motion. The teams drew, and I think San Diego looks good after being predicted to be at the bottom of the table. Thanks, everybody. But I think communication in the attacking third is what stopped San Diego from finishing. That is it for this week's Cleat Beat. Let me know what else you want me to cover, what stories have jumped out at you, and are you watching the NWSL? Who are you rooting for? Let us know in the comments below, and maybe we'll feature your story next week. Bye!